100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 51, king crab on Jeju Island. Hey guys, good morning. It's Mike Chang here in Jeju, South Korea. Today's gonna be another awesome food day. And it starts off this morning with some abalone congee and duck barbecue. This is a fatty, tender duck, charred duck fat. That's so freaking good. Get a piece with a ton of skin, lettuce, bean paste, garlic. This thing is so juicy. They start selling duck barbecue at about 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you ever come here, wake up in the morning, you don't feel like a bowl of cereal or some eggs, duck barbecue is an option. The bunch on here is really good too. Garlic stems, all skin right here. These pieces are the best. Some toasty skin. And then all the kimchi and mushroom is cooked in that delicious duck fat. That's a really good duck fat filled stir fried kimchi. I think everything just tastes better with some duck fat. Could do a some or just a little bit of salt. That meat is really rich and tender. Barbecue for breakfast, especially duck barbecue for breakfast. Korea's probably one of the only places in the world that does that. Also, the duck comes with a pot of kimchi stew as well. This whole barbecue is about 25 bucks, including everything. This restaurant is such great value. Unfortunately, they're out of abalone congee, which is something else they're known for. This thing definitely hit the spot for breakfast. Seafood tour in Jeju continues, and there's a whole row of restaurants right by the ocean where everybody sells king crab and lobster. So got a giant king crab. You can eat it upstairs with a view of the ocean where people are diving for seafood. It's just stunning. And they start you off with abalone congee. There's octopus, pumpkin, and it looks like fried noodles. Oh, this is really good. Really sesame congee with little bits of abalone inside. Got this really nice burnt rice flavor in this as well. Octopus is tender. These are little fried noodles, it looks like, with, again, some sort of syrup. Whoa. I thought it was gonna be some crispy noodle, but it's a shredded ginger, like thinly shredded ginger with a little syrup on the side. So sweet and refreshing. That's a really good palate cleanser. I haven't had cheesy corn since I came to South Korea yet. This is like a staple part of your diet when you're here. Sweet corn with toasty cheese on top. That's always gonna be good. This, of course, a Jeju special, grilled abalone. That's an absolute must try if you're ever in Jeju. Grilled abalone, sweet, tiny bit of brininess, tons of umami, and they grill it. So you also get that great smoky flavor. Really don't need anything on there at all. And I don't think they put any seasoning on there. I don't even think they put salt. It's gonna taste delicious. Next dish is the garlic shrimp with chives. And these restaurants, everything's just gonna be fresh from the waters. So fresh. Suck on the head. I think it's so garlicky. The next dish they brought up is a whole fried fish. And this is an okum fish. It's a local Korean fish. Beautifully fried on the outside. Dunk it in some of that bubbling sauce. Whoa. Oh, that is fantastic. I know the king crab's not here and that's the start of the show, but this is just a phenomenal opening act. Crispy skin, flaky white meat. The sauce is sweet, it's sour, tons of great flavor, plus a little bit of citrus and wonderful fragrant flavor from the sesame. That's so freaking good. I've had many a king crab in my day. I don't think I've ever seen a place that prepared it as beautifully as this. Look at how gorgeous this is. The joints, the legs, the claws, all separated. The meat from the back of the crab, all the innards, all the miso is collected in the shell of the body. This is just one of the best ways to eat crab. Take the meat from the joints, from the legs, the claws, dunk it into all the crab innards. That's where all the flavor resides. And then afterwards, they're gonna take what's left of the innards and make it into a fried rice. Take a cloth, everything is cut open. Have all that scrumptious meat from the crab, and look at this little tool here. This is a spoon made for the king crab. Scoop it in, the meat just comes right out. Dunk it into the miso. Whoa. It's basically pure sweetness dunked in pure umami. I mean, just look at that succulent, glistening crab meat. Some people like butter, but I'm telling you right now, dunk it into the crab's own innards. It's just gonna give it so much more flavor. The natural sweetness of the crab is almost too much. Best meat though, in the joints, right here. In my opinion, the sweetest, most succulent in this portion of the king crab. Take your little spoon and just scoop that meat out. Dunk it into the miso. Yeah. Every single bite of this makes me borderline emotional how sweet and delicious that is. There's nothing like a fresh king crab when it comes to sweetness level, when it comes to succulence, and just pure overall flavors. Especially dunking into its own innards. I'm telling you guys, I mean, I love butter too, but this you gotta try. For the claw, take this part out, insert your spoon, and out comes the meat. This is the most nifty little tool. I actually never seen something like this before. The meat from the claws is gonna be more briny. So the joints is the sweetest, more ocean flavor in the claws. For the claw, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. They also give you some wasabi with soy sauce. Tiny little bit. I think dipping into the guts is way better. If you wanna change it up a little bit, wasabi is great as well. Oh, I know what to do. Being able to sit here and eat this with the ocean right next to you, this is such an experience. One last piece to try. This is from the back of the shell of the crab. I didn't know this piece actually existed until I had king crab in Japan. But this is a good and big piece of meat. This thing's been soaking in that crab butter. It's very lean, not as sweet as the claws, but a slight bit eggy, but it's got so much of that great umami flavor. So all the kane miso is used to cook this bowl of sizzling fried rice. Whoa. This thing is just infused with that miso. They put little crunchy eggs in here as well. Toasty rice in a stone bowl, so the rice gets nice and toasty. And every grain completely infused with that awesome crabby umami flavor. Fried rice is just incredible. You also get some soybean soup too. You can also put a piece of the king crab onto the fried rice. That's so freaking incredible. Had this sweetness of the king crab on top of this kane miso filled fried rice. The crab, all the dishes, everything combined. About 250 bucks. That's a 6-pound king crab with all the different dishes, the abalone, the shrimp, the fish, the rice, everything. That's a phenomenal deal for a whole live king crab. Also, they do it so well here from presentation to flavor, everything. Such an awesome place.